Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Callum Moves, the home to fitness tech, reviews, how-tos and tips and tricks. Today I'm going to run you through how I make the LMNT Electrolyte mix at home from scratch. And in doing so, I've saved hundreds of pounds, dollars, euros, whatever your currency is a year. Later in the video as well, I'm going to share my secret ingredient to making my favourite LMNT flavour. As an amateur cyclist and runner, I've learnt the value of supplementing the water intake with electrolytes, particularly on the days when I'm working out. I'm no scientist or nutritionist, but having done lots of research, I found that water alone helps with digestion and flushing bacteria, and also regulating your body temperature, plus lots more. And on the other hand, electrolytes help to balance the body's water and pH levels, and they also help to regulate the functionality of your body's nerves, which is critical. And this is why electrolyte drinks are beneficial when you're at risk of losing minerals quickly. So when you're exercising, when it's hot, when you're exercising and it's also hot, which it is at the moment in the UK. Electrolytes are also, from my experience, really great at reducing muscle cramps after exercise too. So reducing the muscle ache the day after exercise if you had a kind of strong workout session. This led me to experiment with a number of brands in the UK, such as Sturka, Pure Sport, and LMNT, who, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've heard of, much more of a global brand, and their electrolyte mixes. So Sturka make a tablet that you dissolve in water. Pure Sport, similar to LMNT, make a sachet-based powder that you again mix with water. My overall favourite of all of these was LMNT's Raspberry Salt Mix. A close second was Pure Sport's mix by the same name, perhaps an indication of the fact that they've kind of used the same recipe as well. So LMNT's formulation combines 200 milligrams of potassium, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, something really critical to replenish your body with, salt essentially, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. This is seen as the optimal balance of minerals in their drink, and from my opinion, it tastes delicious as well. So over the last 6 months or so, I've really upped the amount of exercise that I've been doing. I've got into running, having been a cyclist for 10 years. And with that, I've been consuming a lot of electrolytes to reduce things like cramping and to ensure that I'm replenishing all of the salt and minerals that I've been losing when I've been exercising. I've been consuming at least one sachet a day of the electrolyte mix from LMNT, and at £42.99 here in the UK for 30 sachets, I realised that that was soon adding up. I was averaging around 1.5 of the packs of 30 sachets a month, and if I continued to buy LMNT's product, I was on track to spend nearly £750 over the 12 months, which I'm sure you can all agree was a hell of a lot of money. So after this realization, I started doing some research and realized that LMNT actually published the recipes to each of their flavors for their mixes on their website. I'm going to share a link in this description of the video so that you've got the breakdown of the ingredients for each of the flavors for your future reference. I'll also take you through the recipe shortly, along with the secret ingredient that I've added to make my favorite flavor, which I referenced earlier in the video, is raspberry salt. So I'm going to show you how to make the base of LMNT's electrolyte mix that you can then add your choice of flavor to. You're going to need the 3 following ingredients: 2,000 milligrams or 2.5 grams of sodium chloride, essentially ground salt, and this will give you 1,000 milligrams of sodium. I use this finely ground pink Himalayan salt, easily found on Amazon, and I've dropped a link in the description for this one. It's really important that you get fine ground salt, because then when you add it into your water, it dissolves more quickly. If you don't have fine ground salt at home and you just have flakes, the kind of tip is to take a coffee grinder or a blender and to essentially blend those flakes down to a finer powder. This is going to really help when you actually mix the drink. Next, you're going to need 385 milligrams of potassium chloride, or 0.385 grams, and this is going to give you 200 milligrams of potassium. Again, I managed to find this potassium on Amazon, and there's a link in description. The final ingredient that you're going to need to make this base before you add your flavour is magnesium malate, and you're going to need 390 milligrams of this, or 0.390 grams, and this will give you 60 milligrams of magnesium. Here's the magnesium malate that I bought, again available on Amazon. Again, there'll be a link in the description below as well. So as I mentioned, once I found this recipe, I kind of just jumped online, and the easiest and quickest way of finding these products was on Amazon, and all of these base ingredients are referenced below for your future reference. In terms of the price itself, I bought enough ingredients for, based on my consumption, a year's worth of mix, and this cost me under £65. So if we take the calculation of how much I would have spent if I'd continued buying Element earlier in the video, that's going to save me nearly £700 annually, which is incredible. You will, however, need a couple of optional extras just to help streamline the process, and I'll get onto those in the next part of the video. So now you have all of the ingredients, let me tell you those couple of extra items that you will need just to make the process a little easier. First of all is scales. I already had a set of scales at home that I was able to measure down to milligrams on, but I've dropped a link into the description of this video for the bestseller on Amazon that will allow you to do the same. Next, as I mentioned, I was using at least one sachet a day, so I decided to purchase some small condiment pots or containers that look like this, and they come with a lid, very easy to just store your single dose electrolytes in. I was going through at least one a day, as I mentioned, so I bought a packet of 7 of these, and it kind of just allowed me to measure up individual elements or kind of sachets worth of electrolyte mix. So my process is kind of as follows, and I've just hinted at it. I take my 7 pots, I line them up, I take those 3 base ingredients, and then I take one of each of the ingredients and do the 7 pots measurement. So I would do that with the pink salt, I'd do that with the potassium, and then I'd do that with the magnesium malate as well. And then my final step is to add my flavouring, which is the secret ingredient that I'll get to into the next section. But it really is as simple as that. You just add water and mix your individual pots into the water. Some people like to add 0 sugar flavouring syrup to their mixed drink to help bring the flavour, but it's really down to personal preference. In the next section, I'll let you know my secret ingredient to make my favourite flavour, raspberry salt. So on to the secret ingredient. I adjusted the Element recipe very slightly for raspberry salt. They called for fresh raspberries, which I tried a couple of times, but it just wasn't giving me the same flavour or consistency of the mixed water that I was getting from the shop-bought Element sachets. Which leads me to my secret ingredient, which are these. So freeze-dried raspberry powder. I've again added a link to the Amazon product into the description of this video. In terms of measurement, I add 0.5 grams or 500 milligrams to each of my condiment containers for a really great raspberry salt flavour. You can adjust this amount based on your own flavour preference, but I would really kind of urge you to experiment with what works for you. It might be more, it might be less. This then leads to the kind of final mixed pot. So this is with the freeze-dried raspberry powder in as well. You can see it's ever so slightly pink in there. Once I've added all of my measurements for each of the ingredients, I'll put the lid on and then just give it a bit of a shake just to make sure it's mixed in the pot before adding it to water. One thing to note too is that there are so many freeze-dried fruit powders available, so it's really up to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what flavors or kind of consistency or techniques that you've used to add to your base electrolyte mix. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this video too in the comment section, so please jump in there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope today's video was useful and you're now experimenting with your own version of the LMNT electrolyte mix recipe. Please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. I'd also love to hear any suggestions that you might have for future videos, so jump into the comments section and let me know. Also, given that you've come this far, I'm assuming that you're into health and fitness. So please consider watching the video that should now be on the screen in front of you that I did reviewing the Coros Pace 3 versus the Garmin Fenix 7 smartwatch. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this too. See you on the next one. Thanks a lot.